Have you ever wondered, what if human sperm were not colorless and invisible, but bright red? Imagine a microscopic cell that carries the seed of life suddenly being painted in the boldest, most powerful color we know. The color of blood, the color of danger, the color of love. Sounds strange, right? But in this video, we'll take a deep dive into this bizarre thought experiment and explore how science, society, and even human psychology would be turned upside down if sperm were red. So sit back, relax, and get ready, because this what-if scenario is going to challenge everything you think you know about reproduction. Let's start with the basics. Human sperm are extremely tiny, only about 50 micrometers long. That's so small that you'd need a powerful microscope to see them clearly. And under the microscope, now imagine if, instead of being transparent, sperm cells contained a pigment that made them red. For example, if they had hemoglobin, the same protein that makes our blood red. Suddenly, sperm wouldn't look like invisible swimmers. They'd look like tiny red tadpoles. This would have some serious consequences. When semen is released, instead of being milky white, it would appear bright red, almost like blood. Just think about the confusion. People would panic, believing they were bleeding. Hospitals would be flooded with unnecessary checkups, at least until everyone got used to the idea. From a medical point of view, red sperm would be a game changer. If sperm contained hemoglobin, they would technically be oxygen carriers, just like red blood cells. That means sperm might require more oxygen to survive, and that could change how long they live inside the female body. Instead of hidden and secretive, it would become bold, maybe even intimidating. In some cultures, red is considered lucky or sacred. In others, it's linked with violence or taboo. If sperm were red, entire traditions, beliefs, and taboos around sex and fertility would change. Maybe people would start wearing red charms for fertility. Maybe Valentine's Day would have a whole new symbolic meaning. Even everyday conversations and slang would evolve. Instead of white lies or milky jokes, you'd hear a new set of metaphors based on red. Think about it. Language itself would adapt. Now let's talk psychology. The sight of red semen would shock people at first. Red is a color that instantly triggers alarm in the human brain. Our eyes associate red with blood and danger, so the first reaction would be fear. Over generations, however, humans would normalize it. Children growing up would be taught in biology class that red sperm is just how it works. But imagine how it would shape attraction, desire, or even shame. Would people feel more embarrassed? Or would it become a symbol of strength and masculinity? Colors have deep psychological effects, so red sperm would shape human behavior in ways we can barely predict. Let's take this thought experiment even further. What if sperm turned red as part of evolution? Maybe it was an adaptation for survival. For example, red sperm could make it easier for scientists and doctors to study reproduction. Or perhaps it evolved to scare off pathogens or rival sperm from other males. In the animal kingdom, color often plays a role in reproduction. Birds display bright feathers, fish use vivid patterns to attract mates. So maybe red sperm would have been a way for humans to stand out in the evolutionary game. But here's the catch. Evolution doesn't give gifts for free. If sperm were red, it might also come with risks, more energy costs, lower fertility, or higher chances of immune attack. Evolution is all about balance. Now, let's have some fun. Imagine if sperm were red and visible under blacklight or special glasses. You could literally see them swimming during lab experiments without needing a microscope. Imagine futuristic sperm races broadcasted like sports, with millions of tiny red swimmers racing toward the egg. Or picture sci-fi movies where red sperm becomes a metaphor for alien reproduction. Entire genres of comedy, art, and even memes would explode online. TikTok challenges? You already know it would happen. So what if human sperm were red? It wouldn't just be a minor cosmetic change. It would rewrite biology, change medical science, reshape culture, and even affect human psychology. A simple color change could alter how we think about life itself. In the end, maybe it's a good thing sperm is colorless and hidden, because sometimes the mysteries of life are better left unseen. But it's always fascinating to ask these wild what-if questions, because they remind us of how delicate and complex human biology really is. Now it's your turn. What do you think would happen if sperm were red? Would it be terrifying, funny, or maybe even beautiful? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into weird science, don't forget to hit that like button, share the video, and subscribe for more crazy what-if scenarios.